when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and their head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They said you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious minds, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers. Say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweepers. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till death do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine in. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got him made, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told him I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns to butter, baby boy. UPK top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ van to a damn tank. I got chopper stash in that attic like they Anne Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got him made, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a
slim, it won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms, watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I'm back, gon' be Gen 5, I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Back roll.
This shit gon' ride. Living in the
You'll never see another nigga like this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night shift. Now I'm one westward, sharper than an ice pick. On you rappers' necks and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Times of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes. There's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences. 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Riches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on this war been my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in this war been my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani. My wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tech, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. The king, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip my bow tie. Waiting on the storm in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know life. Gotta got my heart grip my bow tie. Living in the storm in my whole life. My whole life.
Kill the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died, y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We was slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, this the Feast of Purim. UPK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard, they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, this what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know.
We vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, delete your ass, lil' fame, I'm on war, got the same, 4 wrong. 4 wrong, DP. 4 wrong. I try to tell these motherfuckers time and time, 4 wrong. Pussy ass, purple ass nigga, man, 4 wrong. They get your born ass right. Niggas better get their weight up, you little body bitch. Worry about a damn pay cut, you little body bitch. I ain't worried about none of these niggas, little body bitch. You damn scared rag, cow ass little body bitch. Had to fuck around, get my rank up, you little body bitch. And I'm pouring up, y'all young nigga, and I'ma take a sip. Yeah, all these niggas want down hate, but tell them zip it lip. mash your pot, you little body bitch, and I'm smooth with it, y'all the Zaka, you little body bitch, and I switch nigga on Naya Thought, you little body bitch, and I'ma stay turning like the cars, you little body bitch, and I'm so cold like a bond, you little body bitch, and I'm a warrior like Dagobah, you little body bitch, and my aim like Nana Zah, you little body bitch, need a princess Parba, you little body bitch, or anyone down the slide, you little body bitch, yeah. I keep a couple straps in my ride, you little body bitch, just in case anyone wanna die, cause I'm body bitch. I got it, be right, you mad, get stained, work hard, get play, bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, we purple, we gay, we jazz, love fame, I hold on, and I sing,
Westworld.
Right.
Everything is lawful. Westworld.
The pressure on. I remember bringing nothing home. Make it little just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. When I was 5'7", I was breaking bone. I had 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9/11, I was in my zone. Lose the argument or lose your dome. Keep cool, ain't no running up. Damn, now I'm coming up. They coming against me, you dumb or what? You drawn, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the signs. Coming right to me like Amazon. No time for distractions, I'm on the grind. Little shorty, your ticket, she knows she fine. Got a couple of so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine. Reason I'm going in overtime. You stuck in your ways, you keep fantasizing. I just go get it, don't think about it. Don't make it an issue, it ain't a problem. Not too much talking, just organizing. One Westworld, no way around it. Heavy, so you know I'm grounded. Too sturdy, I'm well rounded. Tunnel vision, I don't see a challenge. Get admitted, I'm killing it. Case closed, I don't need a gavel. Know you hate it, don't even matter. New page, still the same
Some
channel.
people might, but just never forget that I do not. Always have that fresh in your mind. That I feel absolutely nothing for your pain and your problem. Because I know that all of your pain and problems are a test to make you stronger.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready, then stay inside. You drowning away, you gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
Seeing if you're gonna step up into it, you're gonna run
Stick to the end, you get glorified. Let's make it official, I'm one of them. One of the greatest, is no exempt. It took me a minute to figure it out. I was struggling, get it made a man. I shuffled the deck and I played my hand. Just give me a reason to put them on you. Didn't believe that I had me a vision. Should I believe that you niggas loyal? We giving up game, they fumbling plays. I'm tired of talking, I'm racked out. Before that we started, they tapped out. I jumped in my duffel and blacked out. What you witnessing is elevation. Glory road to my destination. The haters, it's a celebration. And I put that on my reputation. When the fall, it's a demonstration. You're sick and I know they hate it. One Westworld every season. Hot boy, this dedication. I'm giving game, I don't need favors. Go against us, you won't see the danger. You ain't family, you a damn stranger. I'll beat your ass, I don't need a baby. I don't got time for excuses. I'm plotting on making the killer. I'm getting the feeling, they know that I'm coming, I'm running. Let's get to the business. I was still playing my post. Taking the rim like diesel. Don't run with too many people. I don't feel none of us equal. None of us equal.
And there are some brothers and sisters that know that so much, they would never leave you. They would never abandon you. And since you have to stay alive,
Shalom Israel, this is, bear with me. Shalom Israel, this is the Wednesday night history class. We're going to pick up where we left off, slavery in the British country houses. So we're going to go right back into it. Hold on, let me find the slide where I was at. Bear with me. Hold on, bear with me. I should be able to. Yeah, let me go here. All right, this is the Wednesday history class. Also, remember, check out Commanding General Hannah's radio show. We have classes here Monday through Friday. We have them live in the physical school. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 p.m. till 9. We have them online Tuesday and Friday. We're live. We're about to get into it. Belafonte, Shalom, Lord and Christ. We got guests in Portuguese. He said, turn off trust music and teach. Okay, calm down. Okay, calm down. All right, Salaki, if a brother could get me that slide because guess in Portuguese has ordered us to teach. Salaki, go ahead.
The identification of individual slave owners with specific sites based on addresses may elide potentially important differences in the relationship between slave owner and house. The slave compensation records and other sources of the 1820s and 1830s show the Antiguan slave owner Langford Lovell as the Hursley, as of Hursley, near Winchester. As noted above, this was in fact the house of his wife's family, the Heathcotes.
So now this is talking about the slave money that they got and the houses that they brought with the slave money. So what you'll find out is all these parks that you see, these parks was bought with slave money. All these big houses that you see, these houses was bought with slave money. So they're letting you know that everywhere you go and your kids want to go there and you pay for your kids to go look around the site, that house belonged to a man who brought that house off of slave money. So all these houses you see inside these parks with the castles, that's how they got them houses. They didn't get them by working hard. Sometimes you're looking at houses thinking, damn, how did somebody afford such a big house? The reason how they afforded that is because they got it with slave money. So that's how they got them houses. A lot of these sites that you see, we're going to pull up some of them soon. A lot of these sites that you see that look beautiful, with waterfalls everywhere, they got it with slave money. Like you're thinking, how does one man own a whole park? That park was brought with slave money. That's lucky. Go ahead.
Kodwan Council. Lovell himself had a house at Wendover Dean in Buckinghamshire, but his contemporary identification was with Hursley, where presumably he was a long-term guest or tenant.
So now they're letting you know this man was renting a house of somebody else, and the person who originally had that house got that house off slave money, and this man was paying the rent with what? Slave money also. So imagine slave was like through the whole business. Imagine with slavery, a man needs a house built. Guess how that builder's getting paid? From the slave owner using slave money to pay him. Guess how that house is getting built? From the slave money. So you'll see that we built up all of Britain that way. So in order to have a house, you need builders. So how do you get a builder? You have to pay someone. How do you get the money to pay the builder? They got the money to pay the builder from what? Slavery. Now this builder's built this house, and how does he get paid? From the slave money, from the slave owner that paid the builder. And then you'll find that all of England was set up this way. All of the country was set up this way. So all the country was set up with that slave money. Let's go ahead.
Kodwan Khan. Again, another slave owner at the time of slave compensation was John Rock Grosset, who sat as MP for Chippenham.
So now, imagine this. The slave owners and the people that was getting slave compensation was your MPs. I'm sure MP means what? Member of Parliament.
Mm-hmm.
So now, all these members of Parliament, they was slave owners, a lot of them, especially in Liverpool. So imagine this. The MP, they're the people that what? Talk about certain things that they want. Now your MP for your area, they're the ones that get you the funding. So now imagine if your MPs were slave owners and your MPs are racist. Do you wonder why the area that you live in is run down? Because the MP don't care about your area. The MP by design is a slave owner, aka making free money off of black people, so he ain't gonna have your best interest at heart. You're wondering why the white areas have like the grass cut every week, the bin men come out consistently, everything's nice, neighborhood watch. When you go to black areas, no neighborhood watch, the grass ain't cut, the bin men don't come, rubbish everywhere. There's a reason why, because they don't care about how you live in your community. The MP don't care about you. The MP is all for white people. So go ahead.
Have you noticed in the black community nothing works? Elevator don't work, nothing works. The only thing that works is what? Speed cameras. When it comes to taking money, they make sure that's fully functioning.
Where we live, everyone urinates in the high-rise flats and so forth. When you go to where these white people live, The flats are secure. Where we live, the crackheads live in the flats downstairs, man. Like you'll be going to your house, you're stepping over crackheads to get to your room in these flats. Where we live, but where they live, it's nice and neat because the MPs actually put time and effort into keeping those places neat. That's lucky. Go ahead.
So like the one, if I may, sir.
Go ahead.
Just the part down the road, I done a TikTok on it. John Gladstone, he was an MP, you know, for London, and he was a slave owner too.
Exactly. There you go. And he's an MP, man. He's an MP and he's a slave owner. Yeah. No, John Gladstone was Prime Minister, actually. He was Prime Minister.
Prime Minister? Okay.
Yeah, he was Prime Minister. So his father was a slave owner, and then he was the Prime Minister, and they got all of their wealth from slavery. Which lets you know, a man that ran this country, if he got money off slavery, why do you think he's going to care about your black ass man? The answer is he's not. So lucky, go ahead.
Hold on, sir. For Chippenham between 1826 and 1830. He was also an anti-abolitionist pamphleteer.
So now, Hakim, what does that mean?
He was also an anti. Oh, he was against letting slaves be free.
Exactly, and he said this man was a pamphleteer, man, meaning a pamphlet is like a letter. This man was writing letters like don't end slavery, don't end it. And this right here is a member of parliament. So now, if members of parliament is like pillars in this country, and this man was able to be one of those members of parliament with this racist way of life, I would call it an ideology, but it's more than an ideology because he was actually taking part in it. So now, with his partnership with racism and agreeing with racism and them allowing him to be an MP, lets you know what Nigel Farage and them are doing is nothing new.
That's right.
It lets you know, man. You're thinking Nigel Farage is doing something new. Nigel Farage is doing nothing new, man. These men existed before him and had the same idea. While it is Nigel Farage just has an ideology, what he wishes he could carry out. What's the other one? The Rivers of Blood, Enoch Powell. All of them, what you'll find out is there's a long list of white men that are for slavery that would be considered anti-abolitionists. And that's what this man was, and he was an MP, which lets you know England is a racist country if they're allowing a racist man to be an MP. It lets you know, man. So you trying to join this country, you're doing yourself an injustice, man. You can't ever join this country. Why? Because this country won't let you join it, man. No matter how much you try to join it, MPs like this show you. Imagine this man's got pamphlets to say, don't abolish slavery. Don't abolish slavery. Why? Because he knew the rewards from it was beautiful. It's lucky. Go ahead.
So lucky, if I may, sir. It was William Ewart Gladstone, Slovakia. He was the MP for London.
The MP for London. Wait, yeah. is that on the different one from the Prime Minister?
No, his father was the Prime Minister.
Yes.
Yeah.
So his father, yes, that's it. His father was the Prime Minister. No, you know what? I can't remember it. I know one of them was the Prime Minister. Which one was the one that the park's named after? The father or the son, right?
The son, yeah.
Yeah. And the son was that.
William Gladstone. It says here, William Ewart Gladstone was a British salesman and Liberal politician, starting Conservative MP for Newark and later becoming the leader of a Liberal Party. In his career lasting more than 60 years, he was Prime Minister of the United Kingdom for 12 years.
Yeah, that's the one that's the one was Prime Minister of the United Kingdom for 12 years. So now they got their wealth from slavery also. And then now when you go down the rabbit hole, you find out that David Cameron's family slave owners also. So now you're finding out your MPs, slave owners, your prime ministers, slave owners. And this is why you, as a black man, have no chance of becoming an MP. I mean, people always say, yo, this racist that 144,000 is going to be Israelites. Whereas, how come we don't say it's racist that all the prime ministers, all the prime ministers is probably going to be white. Nobody complains. We don't complain to Keir Starmer and say, yo, man, you should put a black face in there. But then you want to tell God what to do with his records. But yo, it's not fair, man. Not only Israelites are going to be ruling class. Listen, man, I'm afraid to tell you we are, man.
That's right.
I'm afraid to tell you we're going to be ruling class. We're going to be in charge. We're gonna make all the calls. We're gonna make all the decisions. Every decision that needs making is gonna go through us. Like now, every decision that needs making goes through the oppressors, man. Now it's gonna come through us, and we're gonna do the right thing and show them how much they was doing the wrong thing. Listen, man. Even when we rule, even you white people's gonna live better than how you living now, man. You know, like, living under them Israelites is that righteous rulership, man. Even you devils is gonna fall in line. That's lucky. Go ahead.
Got one Khan, who later went to Jamaica at the end of emancipation. He is identified in Judd's Member of Parliament, 1734 to 1832, as of Lacock Abbey.
So let me see what Lacock Abbey looks. Hold on. Lacock Abbey. Let me see if it still exists, because a lot of them. This one here.
Show the images. That's the whole website.
All right, so now we're gonna take a picture of Lacock. Oh, save my results now. Hold on, bear with me.
It's a museum, right?
Now it is.
Now it is, yeah. Hold on, let me get a picture of it.
Oh, it's beautiful though. Damn.
Yeah, so they got this from slavery, man. They got all of this from us working. This is Lacock Abbey. You know how beautiful. Imagine this, man. We could play football outside with this shit, man. You don't need no football stadium with this. They're living good. Imagine. Who would have thought cotton could get? I didn't know cotton could get you buildings, man. I'm telling you, I didn't know cotton could get you something so beautiful. All of this, man. Lacock Abbey. All of the names we come across in this slide, we're gonna have to look at them buildings if they're still there, man.
It's like, mate, we live in the yards here, but our parents like, our friends that look out the window when we play football. You get me? These are let their kids play football in the background. I'm not talking about little football. I'm about full-on football. Like, there's a football field that is.
Imagine that there's housing problems in the UK and one man had this built. Look at all this, man, with the wall and these country houses, man. They was living good.
That's seven. So like that's actually like 7 hours and 55 minutes away from where I am. That's far out.
What, Lacock Abbey?
Yeah, that's far.
Can't be in Gloucester.
You're probably looking at the walking distance or something.
Oh, well, yeah, or maybe, you know. Let me just have a look.
Yeah, that's in Lacock Abbey is Gloucester.
Yeah, 7 hours. Is it? Okay. Yeah,
imagine this man gave his address. Imagine being able to give that as your address, man. So now, when the slave owners wanted compensation, they would have an address for them, and now later on in the records, then there was going back through the addresses, seeing where they was living, how they paid for it, and that's how they paid for a lot of the stuff. It's crazy, man. Listen, we living in rat-infested apartments, man. We're living in places where we need pest control, and these are living like this. Meanwhile, you know what this shows me? If we picked so much cotton and made them get this, imagine if we worked for ourselves, man. This is why they would never, ever let black people get anywhere in life. You know why? Because they saw what we got them. Imagine what we could get for ourselves.
That's right.
Just imagine. Imagine what we could get for ourselves, man. And now, imagine if we was working for ourselves and cutting sugar was a job and picking cotton was a job, but we doing it because, you know, we want to do it and get houses. Imagine what we could actually get. They had us do it, and we didn't even want to do it, and we done that for them. And now there's a place in Lacock Abbey where it's a museum where you can go and visit today. And one man brought that off the back of slavery. That's lucky. Go ahead.
Karawan Khan, and himself gave his address as Lecoq Abbey in formal context, but Lecoq Abbey has been in the hands of the Talbot family for centuries.
See, and listen, Lecoq Abbey has been in the hands of the Talbot family for centuries. Go ahead.
Grosset was in fact a tenant. He rented the house and estate apparently for 17 years until his departure in June 1827. His slave linkage to the house seems not trivial, but to be of a different order than an owner-occupier. Hence, we need to record and analyze it differently.
So they're saying it's slave linkage to it. That's lucky, Haban, if you could get me this one, Bob. Sure.
Khan, sir. Into landed society through the purchase of an existing house. Then did the owner rebuild, as with the Codringtons, Doddington, between 1796 and 1817, or not? Was the house transformed or significantly modified with major works or landscaping? Spending could also encompass minor works, redecoration, the laying out of gardens, the building of estate cottages, the addition of land, that cumulatively transformed slave wealth into the fabric of the British estate. There appears again to be a hierarchy here, at least as far as the physical legacies are concerned, in terms of the extent to which the slave owners repositioned or redefined each site rather than simply occupying it. Simple occupation may not prelude profound political, social, and cultural influence and impact on the part of the slave owner through electoral activities, conspicuous consumption, local philanthropy, the employment of large staffs of servants, but these need to be demonstrated by difficult forms of evidence. In the context of physical legacies, one of our own tasks at legacies of British slave ownership is to try to identify major deployments of the composition money itself. Direct link.
A lot of this is we're just talking about the one to see where a lot of the slave money went and what was brought with it. Because when a lot of them filed for compensation, a lot of people's filing for compensation, so they had to see who deserves the compensation and who don't. If those two brothers would one estate, both brothers would try to file the compensation. Some of them would lie and say that they had more slaves than they actually had, because that means more money. So knowing how much slaves someone actually had, you would kind of not know, because a lot of people lied, because obviously they know lying, would get more money. It's kind of like a car. If you put more people in the car, when you crash it, each person gets paid. So sometimes it could be 2 people in the car, but then you could go to the insurance and say, yo, there's 4 people in the car, you know. So they was doing the same thing. That's how people deal with insurance. And the insurance want to prove how much people's there because they don't want to pay out money. But what the British government did is what? They paid everyone out. And the taxpayer paid them slave owners off, paid back the debt man that England owed. So imagine this. I was a slave. A slave is abolished now. And I've not received nothing. They've received compensation. And I'm paying their compensation as well. Like imagine being a black man, slavery is ended, and you're paying tax, and they're paying the slave. Like you're paying the tax till this day.
But the slave master was dead, isn't it? So where's the money going? It's going back to the bank?
Yeah. Oh. So it's going back to the people that paid out the loans and stuff. So they're recouping all that money, whereas that money weren't free. So basically, you see when people say a slave gets to buy their freedom, it's like we had to buy our slavery, man. That's like seeming. We're paying tax, and we're not knowing where our tax is going. I just thought our tax was going to the, police. I mean, I understood my tax was going to the police for them to kill us. I understood that part. We're paying our tax so the police can kill us in the street. because we don't have a choice whether we want to pay tax or not. So we're paying tax for police, you know. We're paying tax for police to, you know, get bullets and bulletproof vests and nice machine guns and get a coffee from McDonald's to then be high off the endorphins. I've been hearing that word all week, endorphins.
What's that?
When someone finishes exercising, they're releasing endorphins. Listen, the white man gets himself a firearm, releases some endorphins, and starts shooting us, and we're paying for that. And then we're paying for the ambulance service for what? For Lucy Letby to, you know, poison our kids. Or for the doctor to give you botched surgeries. That's what we're paying for. And then the fire service we're paying for the fire service. There's a fire service. Remember the video where the fireman goes, yo, when there's a fire, he would find out if the people's black or white first. And if there was black, he would leave them in the house. And a ton of them died, man. He said, yo, if there was black, he would leave them in the house. Because when there was fires, if he knew there was black, he would take extra long to go in the house. So yeah, the services that we're paying for, we're not benefiting from them services, man. This man said if there was a fire and he wouldn't feel bad. And now, once I heard that, it's made me realize why so much people died in the Grenfell Towers, man. Because ain't no white man sacrificing his life to save anybody that's non-white in them fires, man. He ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna do that. This is what they do. They just stand outside with the hose pipe on, and that's it. And just water in front of the house. That's all they do. The water in the front of the house, and that's pretty much it, man. Yes, Lucky, go ahead.
Khan. Direct links with compensation are, of course, also difficult to establish. There is the clue of sequencing. However, William Hudson Heaven, for example, bought the island of Lundy in Bristol Channel in 1834.
Hold on one second. Wait, you said, for example. See, a man bought the island of Lundy. Hold on. In the Bristol Channel. Let me look up the island of Lundy, if it's even still there. Because a lot of these places been demolished.
Where is it also in that?
Island of Lundy. It's in Bristol, man. Is this it? Lundy Island, damn, in Devon.
We gotta go there.
The island of Lundy. Hold on, let me show you on the screen. See, a man brought an island with slave money, you know. Listen, man. You thought Epstein was the only man buying islands. Get me? Listen, man. These men was buying islands before Epstein, man. Look at this. A man brought an island, you know. Look at that. Listen, man. We fighting over a postcode and these people buying island with our money, man. Surrounded by water. Imagine, you know what you could do with an island. Look at this. People actually go there to visit it.
This is nice. The castle there.
Yeah, the island of Lundy.
You go there for hiking.
Yeah, I can see it there. The big white one.
It's called the castle.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull up a picture of the
castle.
castle.
Morisco Castle.
It's called the what?
Morisco Castle.
Hold on, let me pull it up. How to spelling it?
MORISCO.
MORISCO. Morisco Castle. No, it can't be this.
Like Marisco.
This one.
MAR.
This what? MAR.
I don't know why Google it fix that shit. In London, yeah?
Yeah. So here, this one here, the castle. Here's a castle here, which means this man brought the island, probably with the castle already there. But he's got a whole island. Imagine that you buy an island, man, and you have your own castle. And now, when the Bible talks about, I seen servants on horses and kings on feet. Listen, man, we them kings that was on our feet, man. Imagine that, we them kings that's on our feet, and these devils is on horses, man. So much that not only are they on horses, These devils that are meant to be outside is in castles now. Now imagine that's where they're living in castles. Hold on, let me see where you would be living. Hold on. So they're in castles. This is where you would be living, man. Look at this little slavery hut. This is where you'd be living. Slavery hut where you're sleeping on the floor, the roof leaks. Look at that in comparison to the castles, man. Imagine that. You're God's chosen people, and this is where you was living, man. Meanwhile, a man that's not God's chosen people is living good. A man that's not God's chosen people is living in a nice mansion. What's better, a mansion or a castle? A castle by far, a castle. Yeah. Listen, man. See, we don't even know what's better out of a mansion or a castle because we ain't privy to those things, man. These devils is living in nice mansions, nice castles, and we sleeping in a hut like this. And we the people of God, man. We the children of God, and we sleeping in a place like this. Definitely servants. I seen kings on the ground, man. That's us. We them kings on the ground, and the oppressor is the servant that's on horses. But now, that's why when the Bible talks about I saw a new heaven and a new earth, the devil's going to be sleeping in something like this. That new heaven and new earth means rulerships change. Meaning we the earth right now, and they're in the heavens, meaning the higher. Now there's going to be a new heaven when we rule, and there's going to be a new earth. The roles is going to switch. That's what it's talking about in Revelations 21 or 20, wherever it is. And they're going to be in them huts, and we're going to be in them castles and buying islands and so forth. But so lucky, go ahead.
Garner One Khan bought the island of Lundy in the Bristol Channel in 1834 for 9,600 guineas and began to build on it in 1836. He had received 11,700 in compensation.
So now this man brought island, received the receiving compensation, and with their compensation, they're buying things. Imagine what this man brought. Understand this? You see that castle where they're offering people jobs now, like Hakian and Haban. There's people that work in them castles. It's their job to be a tour guide. They get paid a monthly wage to work in them castles, which means a white family is getting paid off of slavery still, man.
That's right.
Because that castle only exists, and these museums only exist because they use slave money to buy them things, and now their family's set for life, and they make it like we're all starting from the same place. We're not, man. They're starting from high up. We starting from below ground zero, man. It's lucky. Go ahead.
It's lucky the one.
Hey, go ahead.
You know Tower Bridge, yeah? You know that castle there? Do you know if that's off slave money also?
And what's it called? You mean the Tower of London?
Yeah. Tower Bridge. You got the Tower Bridge, and you've got the castle next to it.
No. So that was there before slavery. So that was there from the time of who's the one that from Mary Queen of Scots was locked up there. So that's been there from when black people was ruling.
Oh,
them
right.
ones. So them ones, a lot of those castles was built during the Norman era. So what happened is William the Conqueror and the Normans, they built a lot of the castles that you see in England. So there's a whole book where it's called Medieval England and the Castles. I think we've done it years ago now, probably a couple of years ago. So then you'll see that they built all of them castles, and the reason they built them, the Normans built them castles, was to show the Anglo-Saxons their power, and then the Anglo-Saxons will see the big buildings and be like, yo, we need to respect them Normans. So yeah, them ones was there prior to slavery. What happened is the oppressor just started ruling, and he just took them over now. Made that like it's the royalty, made that like these is his castles, and really all of them castles that was there belong to us. Lucky, go ahead.
Cool.
Garner One Khan, he had received 11,700 in compensation for 636 slaves in Hanover.
He received 11,700. That don't sound like a lot now, but 11,700 back then. Like back then, they say £100 was the equivalent to like what? couple of thousand back then. So imagine 11,700 in that time to now. You're a millionaire, man. You're a millionaire back then. Go ahead.
Carnival and card. For 636 slaves in Hanover in Jamaica in 1835. Again, John Ptolemy built the full medieval Peck Fortin.
Let me see if that still exists. Medieval Peck Fortin.
The one. So lucky, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that money there, based on UK inflation data, 11,700 in 1836 would have roughly the same purchasing power as 1.3 million to 1.4 million today's money.
See, 1.4 million pounds for free. 1.4 million pounds for free. And now with you 1.4 million pounds, if I gave you £1 million now, Hakian, you could buy 10 houses for 100 grand, depending on where you want to buy them. And now you could rent those out £1,000 a month, and you'd make your money back in no time. You'd make your money back in no time, man. Hold on, let me see. Let me. So now, if I've got, bear with me. Hold on. So now, imagine that you buy 10 houses with that, and in 50 years, just off you renting those out, you've made millions back, man. You got paid 1 million. As those years go by, you end up with like 6 million after a few years, man. And then with that money, you just keep buying more houses and more houses and more houses. Like now, imagine you buy. So now, let's say they brought 10 houses for 100 grand, and they rent them all out for a grand a month each. After a year, that's 120 grand. Guess what you could do with that 120 grand? Give it to your son and say, you know what? Get your own house and rent your own house out for £1,000, and then now your son's on the property ladder, and then he will do the same for his son. And then when his yearly money comes in, he'll buy a next house. And this is how they get houses, and this is how we don't get houses, because they had a head start. Like if you're a black man, don't ever feel like, yo, everyone else has got a mortgage, but I don't. This is the reason why they did, because they got money for slavery. So lucky, go ahead. And hold on, wait a minute. Let me show So this is what he brought with his money. He brought the medieval Peckforton. So now he brought this right here. Peckforton Castle is a Victorian country house. So this is it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got the arch and everything.
Wow.
Get this, man. Listen, and you know what's so crazy? A lot of these country houses, people want to do their wedding there. So now, imagine they rent this to you for you to do your wedding there. Do you know how much? And they charge so much. And somebody's getting paid off that. Because sometimes, you know what? Before I knew the truth, I used to think, I used to look at like well, it is, you have to look at everything in the UK and think, wow, somebody owns it. There's nothing out there which just don't belong to nobody. Somebody owns everything that you see out here. Somebody owns the very road you live on, the very house you live in, the very car you see, the very castle you go to. You have to think, or even sometimes companies own these things, or the council owns certain buildings. But then you have to think, well, how did the council acquire these buildings? How did they get these buildings? Everything you see, somebody owns it. And I would look at these big buildings and I would say, yo, I wonder who owns that. They must have worked really hard. Come to find out, they got that building off the back of us. That's how they got it, man. I mean, look at this right here. This looks beautiful, man. The arch, listen, someone even cuts the bushes and the arch and the trees, and someone climbs all the way up here on this castle to cut this, man. It's a man's getting paid to cut this, which means he's also getting paid off slave money, man. That's what it means. Look how big this is. Look at the surrounding. I think we're missing the point. Look at how big all the surrounding is around this part.
That's a big apartment, man.
And it,
the size of a room.
it's like,
and that's what he bought. It's a lucky other boy.
Yeah, go ahead.
And that's what he bought with his money.
Yep.
That 1.3 million that would be today.
Yep.
Damn.
So they buy all these things, and now look at this. This is people there getting married in there. So now, all you devils that get married in these country houses, you're part of the problem, man. You want to get married in a nice venue? Guess what? Look at this. Speaking of marriage, like this, people do things like this. They pay thousands of pounds to get married in there. And imagine this: while you're getting married in this nice venue, some poor black man is dead under the ground, man. Some poor black man's dead under the ground because he had to pick cotton so you could get this built, so you can pose in your wedding dress. We had to pick cotton so you can wear this wedding dress, your cotton dress, and so forth. Meanwhile, listen. Everything in this picture comes from slavery, man. The building, the cotton in their clothes, them being able to afford this, all of this comes from our hurt, man. Like, look how beautiful this building is. This building is beautiful. But our hurt built this building, man.
So the one.
Go ahead.
Oh, still like the other one. So the time period, what you said, 1836, right? Or thereabouts, wasn't it?
Yeah, so that's when they were starting to abolish and pay the compensation.
Oh, when was this built? Did it say the time when it was built? Was it built in the time of slavery?
Like, this would have been built. He would have moved there, and this would have been built in the 1800s. So after they abolished it, or slightly before, because a lot of them was getting money from beforehand. So what a lot of them would do is the money that they was getting prior while slavery was going on, they would move out of their original house and move to a country house. So the slave money that they was getting was paying for it. And then once they got their compensation, then they would just build properly, if they hadn't built properly already.
Right. Come on.
See, people here to get married. Look at this, man. I'm telling you, we ain't seen nothing so beautiful. Listen, we be looking for cheap houses in the ghetto, man. Meanwhile, they move to the country and call it a country house. That's actually the name of it, country house. Look how big this is, man. Why does one person need all this? I don't know what that is. Let me get back to my slides. Lucky, go ahead.
We're at the end of that one.
Oh, you're at the end of it. Lucky, go ahead.
Castle in.
Oh, yeah, Lucky, go ahead.
Castle in Cheshire between 1842 and 1851.
So yeah, this one was built between 1842 and 1851. So Lucky, go ahead.
Khan. He had received 12,666 for.
See, so now Hakim just brought out that the other guy got 1.4 million. Now this 12,000 obviously would be more than 1.4 million this time. So this probably about 1.7, probably 2 mil, touching 2 million or something. Probably just under. Oh yeah, check it. Let me know what that is.
I'll check the feed.
So now we're going to see how much that is.
Okay.
And now here it's letting you know that he spent £60,000 on Petherton. So now, not only did he use his compensation, he used all the other slave money that he had, which lets you know how much money did he have. Because if he could spend £60,000 on Petherton, £60,000 would have been millions, man. So how much millions did this man get from slavery, and how much millions was inherited? How much millions was inherited by his fathers, man? I'm telling you, them devils was living real good, man.
Yeah.
Real good. How do you just have £60,000 like that? And you know what's kind of crazy? I hear them today, like, they will talk about, because I'm just getting an extension on my house. And you're like, oh, how much is the extension? You're like, oh yeah, I'm paying about 40 grand. Listen, when a nigga buys a house, he can't afford nothing else. I'm telling you, I'm yet to know a black man that can afford the extension yet. We buy the house and we're fighting to keep up with the mortgage. Meanwhile, they can get extensions and kitchen extensions and have an extra room extended. We can't do all of that, man. They can do all of that. That's
So-
like it every day. Find it.
Yeah, it says something to do with based on UK inflation data, 12,000. Hold on, Slovakia. I got it wrong. It says something about 1.8 to 1.87 in 2026, but I don't think I've got it right. I don't think I've got it correct here.
Now that probably sounds about right because you said the 11,000 was 1.4 million.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1.8 probably about right. So now he's got big money like this, and now is reported to have spent 60,000.
Yeah, that's right. Slovakia, the one. Sorry to cut you there. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it sounds about right.
Correct.
So go ahead.
Fellow on cards. He received 12,666 for 822 slaves on Antigua
Yeah.
in 1839.
So
But
now
he-
you got to remember, some slave owners had plantations different places. So now let's say one man's receiving 20 grand for this plantation, then 20 grand for the next one. They're racking up some paychecks, man. Go ahead. Yo, like while it is, we'd be reading things and thinking everyone was just paid one compensation. Nah, was paid per slaves, per estates, all of those things. So now one man could be racking up all the 60K. I'm sure they paid like what? Back in them days, it was like 18 million. About 18 million in them days.
Yeah.
Back then it was 18 million.
What was it, Chile?
Let's look. I can find out how much 18 million back then is compared to what it is now.
Fellow on cards.
Let's see how much money we made them. If 11,000 is 1.2 million, and we made them 18 million, and how much 11,000s go? How much 11,000s go into a million? Like what? About 100, man. Just under 100, man.
How much did you say the one?
18 million in today in the 1800s compared to today.
Okay. 18 million. How many zeros is that?
Yeah. Six.
One.
That's what I'm saying. We don't even know because our bank account we barely see 4. Listen, on our best payday we see 4. I'm telling you. And you see on our payday, the first number that we see is the 1 for the 1,000. We ain't seen the 3,000s yet. We ain't seen. Listen, there's some people that get paid £6,000 a month. Not us though. That's what I'm saying. 6,000. Listen. £6,000 a month is 1,500 a week. What do you even need to buy that costs 1,500 a week? We be getting 1,500 a month and we're scraping by.
It's now coming up by the one.
They say it's not coming up.
Yeah, it's not coming up. Oh, that's Well, I can't, you know what? I don't know about this money here, boy.
Was it a big number?
This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 figures. So in 1842, you say 18 million, right? Would be the equivalent of purchasing power to approximately 2-642-072-
Wait, hold on. Start again. The numbers what?
I'm gonna type in it's two.
Type it in the chat.
Actually, I've sent it to you because the chat I'm on my Ribs computer.
Oh yeah, no sir.
Let me just send it to you in the WhatsApp other one. There's quite a lot. I can't even pronounce it. Yeah, see it there. It's sent over to the other one.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Like top billion or something. I don't know.
That number that you just sent me is 2,642,072,400 pounds.
Wow.
2,642,072,000. Listen, I didn't know slavery money made. I didn't know slavery. I knew slavery. People say slavery made millions, but I didn't know it made billions. And imagine that's just the compensation. That's not including how much money they made for them throughout the years. That's not talking about how much money slavery made them from it started. This is just the compensation payout.
That's crazy.
So they paid out $2 billion, and a black man got nothing. A black man got nothing, man. It's lucky. Go ahead.
And that's like over 400 years of slavery, right? And that's just compensation.
Exactly. So the rest of the money that they was getting, we didn't get a penny of it, man. Which lets you know, man. Life. Which lets you know, when we rule this earth, I want $2 billion, man. You get me? Listen, when we listen, I ain't even gonna listen. I don't want to learn how to read the big numbers until they actually see the numbers. I'll be honest with you. For us, we don't really need to go count past 10,000. I think 10,000 could be our cut-off point. These devils now been making they had that $2 billion, and the taxpayer paid it all back. Yes, lucky. Go ahead.
I don't want to. That made me sick, really. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah. But he is reported to have spent 60,000 on Peckforton, and his compensation awards appeared to have been shared in an unknown proportion with the holders of a debt secured on the estate.
So now there was debt on the estate, and his compensation was shared with other people also. And you know what's crazy? These devils got a crazy head start, and a lot of them ended up going in debt. How you going in debt and you're getting free money, man? Because they're spending righteously. It's lucky word.
Trying to. His father, Vice Admiral John Richard Delap Tolmac, had himself built Tilstone Lodge, here also in Cheshire, around 1832.
So now let's look up Let's see what Tilstone Lodge looks like.
Yeah, that's TIL Stone Lodge, sir.
Where is it? TIL Stone?
You can't.
No, sir. Let me look up if it's still there. Yeah. So, all right, his father built Tilstone Lodge. This is Tilstone Lodge. This looks nice as well, man.
That can't be, man. Very sure.
Tilstone Lodge.
Well, that's lovely.
Yeah, that looks like America, innit?
It does. It does.
That's what I was thinking. Cheshire, you know. So his father had. Yo, I didn't know it was this big. Listen, I thought it was just the house. Yo, I didn't know they had the lake. See, these men could go fishing the lot, man. I'm telling you, they're living good, man.
That looks beautiful.
Exactly. Imagine that. That is actually beautiful. Imagine waking up. Listen. Imagine I meet a woman and they say, "Cause yo, come back to the lodge." She's expecting some little yard, you know, Hakayan. She's expecting some little yard in the show. It's Tilstone Lodge I'm talking about. Yo, I'm telling you, the day's coming when we're gonna be living in some big properties like this. This one's got the lake. Imagine I want to go fishing. This must be when it was under reconstruction. Even though this is kind of big as well. Look how big it is. I don't know what that one is. Is that part of it? Imagine this room right here, man. I'm telling you.
We'd have changed up the decor. We'd have changed up the decor though, for real. You know what I mean? But
oh what? I like this old look. There's something about it I like. You see this? I'm gonna have meetings. Listen, can you see in this room? I'm gonna have meetings, and the devil's gonna be like, "Oh shit, is he gonna send us away?" They're gonna be at the door trying to listen through the keyhole.
Boy,
I'm gonna have meetings in there. Listen, I need the same picture of these three devils there. I want the same picture. I want the same lodge. I'm telling you.
Wow, look at all of that land there. It's a lot of land, man.
That's it. So his father brought that. So imagine your father's got this, and the son's got the other one we just saw. They're living excellent, man. I'm telling you, they're living excellent. Because like I said, every time we come across these lodges, we're gonna see if we can pull up pictures of them. just so we can actually see what they brought with their money. But Slap, go ahead.
You know what, Adwan? That's like 115 acres. You know.
It's 115 acres.
Mm.
Damn. And guess what? Black man was only asking for 40 acres. And that's for all of us. That's for all of us.
Come.
And these like got 115 acres. Find out how much 115 acres is in miles.
Come.
Listen, I like to go jogging, man. Imagine if I had that. I could just jog around. I couldn't even jog around there, actually. Let's see how much them acres is in miles.
It says acres square mile. How many acres? So like here, 1 second, other one. Sorry.
Hold on, I might be able to pull it up.
Yes.
Oh no, this is saying that it needs the shape. It says acres measures the area.
Yes. Yeah, it's going by square.
Yeah, it was not the distance.
It says it's not.
Was it 150 acres?
Sorry, say that again.
115 acres.
115.
Yeah.
Listen, in the UPK you learn maths also. You're gonna learn the square root. You're gonna learn percentages. You're gonna learn algebra. We're gonna learn pie charts. What's that one where there's a number on the top of the fractions? Listen.
It says 1 square mile is equal to 640 acres, but Abandoned might be able to get something better, more.
See, 1 square mile.
100.
So go ahead.
115 acres in square meters is 400,000, almost 500,000
miles.
Meters squared.
Listen, this is fried my brain. So we might have to just move. We might have to move on. This shit's fried my brain. So lucky. Listen, I don't know about acres, but I know the white man's. I know here a number. I know the white man's the devil. That's what I know. I know. But 150 acres to me means the oppressor is the devil. That's the answer. The answer is the oppressor is the devil. Because why is Batman need all these acres?
True.
Man. Imagine this.
You're just greedy, man.
Yeah, like he's got 150 acres. He's got 150 acres, man, and we got barely got what? 5 acres. We barely got 2 acres, 1 acre, 2 acres. We got no acre. And this man's got 150 of them. So lucky, go ahead.
Khalwan Khan. Vice Admiral, his father, Salakia, in proportion of the holder's debt secured. His father, Vice Admiral John. Okay, Cheshire. The Vice Admiral had taken his mother's name, and the family represented the union between slave wealth from the Dilap Halliday family of Antigua and the landed in
slave wealth, and now that's why the Bible says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity." Because the Lord saw how much they got, man. The Lord saw all the money they got. He saw all of it, man. He saw everything that they got. And now they need to. They're gonna have to work like we have to work, man. I'm telling you. So lucky, go ahead.
Khalwan Khan. Slave wealth from the Dilap Halliday family of Antigua and landed the English wealth of the toll matches. In cases such as these, we have to find ways to look at the totality of wealth or of spending to contextualize the compensation. Wills are the obvious places to start, and we will be benefiting from.
So now we're going to start with wills, because they look at wills. Hold on, wait a minute. So, like, you go ahead.
And we are benefiting from the generosity of Bill Rubinstein in sharing with us his unpublished data on British wealth holders based on decades of work on probate records. It is tempting to focus in the context of the British country house, or indeed the built environment more generally, on the legacies of slavery expressed in houses still standing, still visible, and still visitable. In setting priorities for work, especially involving heritage bodies, we need to continue to find room for the houses that are gone. From the Antigua sample, for instance, William Alexander Buchanan's Portsworth House near Southampton was demolished in 1852.
So that's some of the houses that was demolished. Go ahead.
As was the Molinix Montgomery.
So now a lot of these country houses, a lot of them you won't find because a lot of them was demolished. Because you have to remember, from like the 1800s, a lot of them ain't gonna be there still. So a lot of them was demolished. So go ahead.
Garbodishman in Norfolk in 1955. The Brooke families, Mere New Hall, Cheshire, built in 1834, burnt down in 1975.
So that's the next one that they built. So this is some that they built that got burnt down. This one got built down in 1975. Go ahead.
And Justinian Casamager's Potterils in Hertfordshire collapsed in the 1980s. The slavery heritage no longer has an intact physical
site.
Now
the thing, a lot of these buildings, you can go back and see the history, how they come from, slavery. But now they're saying that a lot of them, even though the buildings are burnt down, don't look at them like they didn't exist kind of thing. Because people are thinking, well, it's not there no more. But obviously, they still got the money from slavery, whether the building stands or don't stand. Go ahead.
But in terms of the social, cultural, and economic transmission of slavery into England, there is no reason to see these properties as less significant for the hundreds of years they stood than those that are still extant.
So now what a lot of people what a lot of people want to do is say, yo, that don't count because that building's not there no more. But the whole point is that building was there, and how they got that building. There's a stain on it. Like there's a lot of these country houses that you could actually go visit. You can visit a lot of these country houses, and in these country houses, this is what happens in these country houses. You go there and they take you on the tour. So you go on the tour of it and all of those kind of things, and then they'll show you certain things. But in the tour, a lot of them don't tell you that this house came from slavery. They don't talk about that part. They just tell you, yeah, this is a beautiful castle where you can get married and it was built in the 1800s. How come they don't tell you why it was built? They just say, yeah, it was built in the 1800s by such and such. They skip out the slavery part. Skip out that part. They don't tell you the man that owned this house was a devil and he got it through the proceeds of crime. Listen, usually in England has a law where they take certain things away if you got it through the proceeds of crime. So was slavery a crime? Now they're basically saying slavery wasn't a crime if they ain't taking these houses away, man. All these slave houses was gotten through the proceeds of crime. If slavery is illegal, so what they should do is knock all of them down if that's the case. Knock all of them down if that's the case. Or ask the people like, yo, all right, what do you want to do with these 750 acres? Or give them to us, man. We'll know what to do with them. So let me get the next one. Lucky, go ahead.
Khan. What also emerged from this work was the way slave-related wealth seem to have stimulated the building and renovation of many of the surrounding area country houses.
So now they said what emerged from this work was the way slave-related wealth seemed to have stimulated the building and renovation of many of the surrounding areas country houses. So now, even if they got country houses that they claimed they didn't build with slavery, they done the renovations with slavery money. I guarantee you, when they renovated Buckingham Palace, it was slave money that did it. I can almost guarantee that all these renovations on these buildings, it was slave money that did it, man. Right, go ahead.
Canada One Khan, not only did Bristol's merchants begin to move out of the city itself into grander and more rural residencies.
Read that part one more time.
Canada One Khan, not only did Bristol's merchants begin to move out of the city itself into grander and more rural residencies.
See, and black man, this is why white people don't live amongst you. Because they have so much money that they move out. And that's exactly what they do. The only white people that live by you is the poor ones. See, the ones with money, they move out to more rural places. So they was moving out of where everybody was living to country houses. And them merchants got their money off of the slave trade. Go ahead.
Khan, and more rural residencies as the century progressed.
And they moved to rural places. Hold on, let me ask Google what's a rural. Let me ask Google what does a rural place mean? It says a rural area is defined that is located outside the towns and cities, characterized by low population density, open landscapes, and often agricultural or undeveloped land. These areas typically feature small settlements, farmland, and less infrastructure compared to urban regions. Rural areas are often associated with a lifestyle that is more connected to nature and agriculture, contrasting with the hustle and bustle of urban life. That's where they wanted to live, man. They wanted to move out to those areas, and now you live in an urban area. That's where you live. You live in an area plagued with knife crime. You know, if you go to the countryside, the shop shut about 5 p.m. and no shops is open till tomorrow, and the shop is miles away. Where you live, there's an alcohol shop in every corner. Where you live, you can buy a combat knife from the corner shop. Where they live, there's none of that there, man. And they moved to those places for that reason. And they moved to those places for that reason, and they had all the money to do so. Let's go ahead.
Khan, but more established gentry families in the area also seem to have benefited from slavery.
See? Gentry families benefit from slavery. Go ahead.
Either as colonial office holders or plantation owners.
And they benefited as plantation owners, man, or colonial office holders. Listen, slavery was a business that they was running, man. Like, we look at it on a small scale, thinking, yeah, slavery was just, some white men that had a problem with black men. It's bigger than that, man. It was money, it was business, and they looked at it like that. That's what go ahead.
Khan, sometimes renovating and purchasing properties as a result. Using Benjamin Dunn's 1769 map of the country, 11 miles around the city of Bristol, which claimed to list all seats and houses of note in the area. No fewer than 42 such properties whose listed owners had West Indian or African associations were identified.
So now they had 42 such properties, and a lot of them in these properties, they had servants in there. So England had a thing called servants. And then what you'll find out as well is when they done the research to find out how much servants was living in these houses, there was more women than men. Does anyone know why there was more women than men that they took from overseas to live in houses in England?
Maybe for them to work in the houses as maids, maybe.
Like, also, they could have sex with them, man. That's why. They would see them and they would be their sex slave, man. But because it's in England, they would call them a servant. And back then there's no cameras. And back then there's no women's rights. Back then there's no such thing as the feminist movement back then. There's no such thing, especially if you're a black woman. There's nothing. What they had to do, they're in England, and this devil is having sex with them, man. He's letting his friends have sex with them. They're all having sex with them, and that's their living slave. But because it's in England, when you go outside, they're making like, oh shit, my servant. Understand this? You devils prettied it up and said, we ain't got slaves in England, we got servants. Well, in the kingdom, I'm gonna have servants, man.
That's right.
I'm gonna pretty up. This is my servant. I might not call you a slave. I'll say, yeah, just a servant. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do exactly what you did, man. That's lovely. Go ahead.
And if I may, sir, just to add to that, we won't be laying down with them neither. Like we done our people.
Listen, definitely not. And even if any man did want to do that, there's no time for that. They got cotton to pick, man. You listen, they got cotton to pick. Listen, ain't no time. Listen, they won't even be laying down with their own white men during that time. Cotton needs picking, man. They ain't got no time for that. Listen, they ain't gonna have no time for work needs to be done, man. There's gonna be no time for that, man. Cotton needs picking, sugar cane and all these things need cutting down. The house needs building. I need a castle. I need a castle built. If they're too busy having sex, my castle can't get built. Listen, man, they're gonna know what it's like in that day, but it's like, go ahead.
We're gonna have their children though to build them up, for the next generation, you know what I mean?
When they get old, you see when they get old, they can have a child. I'll be like, look, you're getting old now. You need to have a child because got work that needs going on over there. And then that child could end up on another plantation. And they will know how black people felt.
The price is right.
If the price is right, now they will know how black people felt. Imagine that. Well, you have a child and your child's shipped off to another family or given as a gift to somebody else. That's what we went through in order for these buildings to get built. Now, slavery was one thing. But then they started to brutalize us, man. Now, what's the need for that? You got slaves, that's one thing, but then they started to brutalize us, and that's when the book of Esther, she goes, if it was just slavery, then I would have kept my mouth shut. But now that you're trying to harm my people, I have to speak up now. So that's the same thing that they did with us, man. But it's like, go ahead.
Hold on, sir. All right. Okay.
Now I think this one you was at the top.
I was at the top, right? Oh, okay, calm. Okay. The renovation of Aston Court near Bristol came after the marriage in.
Hold on one second. Let me pull up what Aston Court looks like.
Aston Court near Bristol. Wow, is that it there?
This looks like a university, man. Wow. I mean, look at this. Is beautiful. This is. You know what? Every single one of these I've looked at, I've called all of them beautiful, and now I don't know which one I want now. I want one, but I don't know which one I want now. This one's beautiful. I like this one. Look at the car park. Listen, we have to park on the road, man, on the curb. We're parking on the curb, and crackers be trying to break into our cars, and other cars be hitting our cars. Look at this driveway, this parking space, and I like this one. Look at the daffodils just grow freely. Even the daffodils just grow freely, man. Where we live, no good daffodils grow. Weeds and thorns and stingers. That's what grows around here, man.
So lucky the one, you just set up 2 goalposts right there. Look, 2 goalposts. 12 aside.
That's a photo picture. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna make my slaves versus your slaves. I'm gonna play football. I'm gonna be the manager. This isn't gonna be like a manager today where you just lose the match. I'm gonna show them the whip way you lose this match. Usually. Someone I'm telling you, this Ashton Court, this one looks beautiful. Look at this. This don't look beautiful. Especially from this view, man.
Look at that.
Imagine knowing this is just yours. And imagine getting it for free of slave labor.
That's why they will never let us free. That's why they'll never let us free, other one, is it? They'll never let us free.
Exactly. Because if they let you free, then they can't have things like this. And now they're saying Ashton Court. How do I see? You can visit Ashton Court to discover. Imagine this. So it says visit Ashton Court estate to discover magnificent old oak trees. The disrespect, man. This is a them that built this with slavery. Hold on. You know what? There's a. Bear with me. Let me see if this plays. Hold on. Wait a minute. Why ain't that working? Hold on. Bear with me 1 second. I just can't wait for this advert to finish. Oh no, that video's too long. I was gonna see if there's a short video of it. But this Ashton Court looks nice, man. They got animals and cows and everything there, man. They got all of that farms on there. There's one where they're known for having deers and all those things there. But so lucky, go ahead.
Color on Council. The renovation of Ashton Court near Bristol came after the marriage in 1757 of John Hugh Smythe to the Jamaican heiress Rebecca Warner. I was just looking at that, just to see what she looked like. Some Edomite on here, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely Edomite. Listen, a
Yeah,
lot of these families would marry into other families. So imagine one family's got an estate. So they buy one estate, you buy one estate. You got estates now. Guess what? Now you've merged into a family. Everybody in that family is set for life now. And now there's some white people, believe it or not, that are set for life today. I mean, you think your company owners went to university and acquired skills? Listen, man, I was doing some history and they said, yo, most of these white people that were so rich didn't care about education because they got money anyway. That they didn't even need education. Most of them never worked a normal job in their life. Because why? They're getting slave money, something that we can't get, man. So, Lucky, go ahead.
The marriage settlement of 40,000 comprised properties in England and Jamaica.
Imagine they had England and Jamaica, go ahead.
Including the Spring Plantation in Jamaica, and substantially improved the fortunes of the Smythe's estate. Indeed, it was estimated by one local historian that the profits made by Sir John Hughes Smith from the Spring Plantation and the sale of its sugar amounted to some 17,000 over the period of.
So 17,000 over the period of about 40 years, which means he made a couple million.
Yeah, definitely.
So he made over 2 million. He made over 2 million in 40 years. So go ahead.
However, subsequent research suggests that the families associated with the Atlantic slave economy predates this marriage, as Sir Hugh Smith's father, Jarrett Smith, a Bristol solicitor, was also a member of the Bristol Society of Merchant Ventures, the elite body which actively lobbied on behalf of Bristol's participant in African American and West Indian trades.
Listen, man, these that were slave owners and they was pushing for it, man. They lobbied for a lot of these things. Go ahead.
The recent purchase by the city's museum service of a portrait which originally belonged to the Smiths suggests that Ashton Court's slavery links might go back even further.
Listen, man, they're saying them slavery links might go back even further than they originally thought. Go ahead.
The portrait in question, the portrait in question, that of a young aristocratic girl and her equally young African servant.
Yeah, here how the name equally young African servant. Now we know those Israelites and we know they consider them slaves, but because they're in England, they call them servants. But we know they're considered slaves. They treat them like slaves behind closed doors, but in the open, they make out like the liberal and call them servants. Go ahead.
Karawan Khan, had been previously assumed to be that of the early 18th century heiress Arabella Astri, connected through her sister to the Smith estate, and herself as heiress of nearby Henbury Great House in Gloucestershire. That's it, sir.
Hold on, let me see. Let me look at that house now. The heiress of nearby Henbury Great. Let's see if Henbury Great House is still there. The owners of the Great House, Henbury, Gloucestershire. Let me see. Henbury. Hold on, wait a minute. I'll come back to that one, but I know there's a whole village called Henbury. Salaki Haban will close out on this one.
Karawan Khan. However, when the portrait was acquired by the city in 2008, less than a year after the bicentennial commemorations of the ending of the British slave trade, its provenance was reassessed. It now seems that the girl depicted with her African servant was most probably one Florence Smith, 1634 to 92, the second daughter of Thomas Smith of Ashton Court, and his wife Florence.
Imagine it could be an Edomite that's 10 and you're that Edomite servant. Like, they'll give you to their children. Like, yeah. You see, like how a parent gives their child, gets their child a dog. They would just give their child your child, but yeah, that's yours now. That's lucky. Go ahead.
Karawan Khan, Ni Pillay. If true, the presence of the young African servant strongly indicates that the connection between the Smiths, a family long noted for their mercantile interests, and the African trade might stretch as far back as the 1630s, well before Bristol's formal entry into the slave trade in 1698. This supposition ties in well with the Ashtray family own associations with the Caribbean from the early 17th century. Investigations show that a cluster of notable houses in that part of Somerset neighbouring Ashton Court are similarly associated. For example, in the adjoining parish of Abbots Leigh is Leigh Court.
Let me see what Leigh Court looks like, if it still exists.
It was killers with these mansions.
I'm trying to get these pictures up. No, Leigh Court don't look. See, Leigh Court, a prestigious wedding and events venue in Bristol.
It's nice, though.
That's what I'm saying. See, these don't tell you the truth about what these things are for. Now it's just a wedding venue. Now this is just a wedding venue, Leigh Court. Imagine this. This looks beautiful, man. Look at the inside. I'm telling you, you tell me this don't look beautiful. Stairs on either side. Do you know how much black people had to die so they could get Leigh Court?
Still, look at the joining staircase.
You know what? This one might be my favorite.
No, but too live.
Look at this one here. This one might be my favorite. I like this one. I like this one.
Like the pillars.
People pay money to get married here, not realizing all these things was built with slave money, man. I wonder how much it is to get married there. I wonder how much it costs to get married at a venue like this. All this money. Look at you. Tell me this is beautiful. Look at down the hallway and that, I'm telling you, these there's a bar inside there. Look at that. There's like a whole bar inside there, All them acres again. Yeah, man. These devils is living good off of the back of us. So all this was set up with slave money. Every last part of it was set up with slave money, man.
It's a lucky other one. Would you call it blood money?
1 million%. 1 million%. Listen, man, blood went into building. All those buildings was built with blood. All of the houses was built with blood, man. That's what I'm saying. All these houses we showed has been built with blood. Actually, Silaki, you know, Hakian, you can call it me up on the time.
Kadawan Khan, give the teacher a hand. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim Barak, Yahweh Shimi Hawashad Bakata,
Yahweh Shimi Shabbat Kafam,
Yajimata, class dismissed.
For water again, we'll be here tomorrow. Scripture breakdown. All right, for water again. Hakiam for water. How about you go? All right, Shalom Israel.
Shalom.